All right, welcome back to another 2021 MLB draft show. Tonight, I'm really happy to be joined by one of the biggest sluggers in the class. We got corner outfielder Camden Hayslip. I shouldn't say corner outfielder because he's playing center field right now for Friendship Christian over there in Lebanon, Tennessee. But Camden, welcome to the show, man.
What's up? How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Excited to have you on the show. Excited to talk a little ball with you. I want to open the floor to you, though. Kind of introduce the viewer, introduce a future fan base, introduce Alabama fans, introduce a big league organization. Tell them who Camden Hayslip is on the field.
Yeah, I'm just hard-nosed player. Just gonna give you everything I got every day, and just go out there, swing the bat, and make plays in the outfield. Just be a
What do you think
physical
the
player.
What do you think the best part of your game? What's your loudest tool?
Probably my bat, my power.
Yeah. I'm assuming you're batting cleanup right now.
I'm batting 3-hole.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about your winter because you came into last summer. You were already a slugger, 205, 208. Now you spend the entire winter bulking up. Now you're a legit 220. Can you kind of walk me through the motivation to get bigger and also kind of some of the benefits that you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, I worked out, trained. I mean, I'm still sitting around like 210. Just kind of, I've gotten more lean. Just worked out, got a lot stronger, and just kind of refined my body a little bit.
Where do you see yourself like where do you see an optimal playing weight for yourself at the next level? Like do you intend on getting bigger or do you think you're at a pretty good physical point?
I mean, I feel good right now. I felt when I got a little bigger than 210, I felt a little big. So I mean, right now I'm liking 210, but I mean, I could be bigger in the future probably.
Okay. Well, let's jump into last summer because you're one of the bats that really impressed me. You hit at every stop. You impressed at every showcase circuit. Can you kind of lead me through 2020 for you? Because obviously, I mean, it was a weird year.
Yes, sir.
A lot of things got canceled, but you were still able to get out on the circuit. Just kind of talk me through last summer, how it was different, and how you think you came out of it.
I guess it was just different because there was no spring ball to like, really prepare you for it, and then just going straight into seeing all the dudes mid 90s, upper 90s. Just you just kind of had to adjust quick. So I mean, it was kind of fun, just the competition of it, and then just going to all the showcases and the circuit was just a lot of fun. Just meeting new guys and just playing the best competition.
How do you think you performed?
I thought it did well, but I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, there's room for improvement always.
Sure. When you say that you jumped right back into the saddle and had mid 90s, do you remember who you had to face at Perfect Game National?
I started Chase Burns, then Peyton Smith, then Mason Albright.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, you say mid 90s, but Burns will throw you some sevens and eights up there
Yeah, he will.
for sure. Okay, well, so as you move through the summer, you continue to hit, you continue to get bigger, you continue to impress scouts. Um, Looking back at last summer, where's somewhere that you think that you need to continue to improve moving into July and into Alabama?
Yeah, probably just consistency hitting the mid 90s because that was the first time I ever faced it. So just kind of seeing it and just really just getting used to it and being able to hit it better.
So when you took that time off over the winter, I mean, some guys take time off, some guys don't. When did you start training again? When did you get back into the cage? When did you start preparing for spring?
So after Under Armour All American, I took off. I took like 5 or 6 weeks off. I was still working out. I just stopped hitting and throwing, and then probably first or second week back in November, I started training again.
So that paid off because you hit two bombs in your opener,
Yes, sir.
batter's eye and oppo. You didn't have to make it easy, did you? You couldn't go pull side?
I've been going a lot of oppo bombs lately. I don't know why, but the pull side's still there too.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, you're just showing off. I feel it. All right. Well, let's move into where you're going from here, okay? Because now you're a 210 to 220 pound outfielder. You're playing center field right now. I think most people probably project you into a corner because you do add weight so well. Where are you kind of seeing yourself at the next level? Because you got Alabama coming up here in August or September if you end up at school. You got the MLB draft coming up. Where do you kind of want to improve between now and those two in 4 or 5 months from now?
I guess just in the outfield, I see myself as a center fielder just because I think I can get to any ball and just make any play. But just as far as hitting goes, just the consistency and just really just not letting the bats get away from me and just staying consistent.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you were kind of the model of consistency last summer, so you certainly got that feather in your cap. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about tech, because it's something that a lot of people get introduced to for the first time on the circuit, especially at PG events. Do you get any hit tracks? Do you get any Rapsodo into your game? How do you train? Is that something you like to integrate?
Yeah, where I hit with my hitting coach, we have a hit track, so I've been doing that for a few years. So I've worked that a lot.
Well, you know what the next question is going to be. What's your biggest bomb?
Biggest ball hit tracks?
Mm-hmm.
With a metal, probably like 470, and then with wood, probably like 440 or 50.
Was it pull side or did you go oppo again?
I think they're probably pull, but that might have been dead center.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I want to kind of rewind really quick before we move on to the next steps. Last summer, you faced a lot of good arms. I know that you saw Chase Burns. That's always going to be a fun one. But was there an arm over the course of the summer that stood out as just a different kind of animal?
Probably Tristan Smith at 2022.
I
faced him at – where did I face? I faced him at East Coast Pro, and he was legit.
Mm-hmm. What about batters?
Sir?
What about batters? I mean, is there any hitter that was in your lineup or in an opposing lineup that you thought was just kind of built different?
In my lineup, probably Alex Mooney, and then in opposing, probably Jordan Lawler, obviously.
For sure, man. Lawler had a big summer. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so next steps. You commit to the University of Alabama. I got to ask, right away, what was it about the Crimson Tide that jumped out for you?
Just the coaching staff mainly, and then just the atmosphere around there. It's just sports. That's all they care about, sports. So obviously, it's a winning culture, and just trying to be a part of something, just bringing it back to Tuscaloosa, just baseball, because it hadn't been there in a while. So just trying to be a part of like something that's going to get back to Omaha.
Love that. I love that. SEC play too. You can't get any more raucous than that.
Yes,
there you go. Okay, I'm going to leave you with 2 more questions, and then I'll let you go for the night here. You've obviously gone through a million interviews now, a million Zooms. You've probably talked to just about every team under the sun. Was there a question in those Zoom interviews that kind of caught you off guard? Like, I've never gotten that question. That's a little strange.
I mean, they've been a while. It was all back before Christmas break and stuff. So there was a bunch of crazy questions. I can't really remember off the top of my head specifically though.
One that a few guys have brought up is, do you put the peanut butter in the fridge or in the pantry?
Definitely in the pantry.
I haven't had anyone come and say that they were put in the fridge, so props to you on that. Okay, I'll leave you with one last question, man. And I like to keep guys on their feet here. If there's one fact that you know that is so weird that nobody else knows it, what is it? Doesn't have to be about baseball. It can be about anything. The weirdest fact you know.
I mean, what's one you know? I can't think of one.
Okay, I'll give you a couple examples. So Benny Montgomery, kind of the gold standard, he informed us that Pringles are not chips. They're not potato chips because they don't have enough potato in them. So take that as you will. We've also been told that staring into the sun can stop you from sneezing. And if you push your tongue onto the roof of your mouth, it'll stop you from sneezing as well. So, I don't know, maybe you have a sneeze fact.
I mean, I've heard if you say the word cow, it'll make you stop sneeze, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Everyone's got a sneeze fact and nobody can stop sneezing.
I mean, nothing stops me from sneezing, so I always look at a light if I need to sneeze.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, hey, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. I mean, we're obviously big fans of you. I love the bat. I think that you're gonna absolutely mash in the SEC or at the next level, whichever route that you like to go. But man, we're gonna be rooting for you, and go continue to hit oppo bombs all spring.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, man.